Whoa. Oh, hey, didn't see you there, computer. How's it been? Any gaming going on? I've been gaming a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Let's talk about that. A few months ago, my internet friends and I held a tiny game jam. The idea behind the jam was that we'd each make a small game, and then we combine those small games into one big game. It's like WarioWare. We're talking about WarioWare here. If you don't know about WarioWare, it's like this. You play little games one after another. WarioWare calls these micro games, that's what we're going to say too. In every game, you either win or you lose. Usually there's a very short time limit on each game. If you win a micro game, you get to continue. If you lose a life in the outer and closing game. Let's call this outer game the framing game. After losing 4 lives in the framing game, your streak is over. You're done, you lose. When I played WarioWare, I always liked the mode where you can go on forever and ever. I have very fond memories of playing at a friend's house as a kid, handing off the controller every few games and seeing how far we could go. You know we love smooth moves out here. So yeah, this is the conceit behind our game jam. We all made micro games kind of like the ones from WarioWare, and I bundled them all up into one big collection. There's a link down below, try it out. There are definitely some rough spots, but overall I was pleasantly surprised by how fun the collection is. Anyway, that's it I guess, but how does that even work? You can't just bundle up games? That's not how any of this works? Oh, but you can. You can, computer. In order to make this happen, we need some way to take multiple games, all made independently by different people, and then combine them into one. There were a few options that came to mind. Option 1. Have everyone make a game using the same tools. We decide on something like Godot or Raylib or SDL. Everyone would make a micro game using that tool, interacting with a common library that handles the inter-game coordination. I really didn't want to take this approach. A lot of us are into weird programming, and forcing everyone to use one tool wouldn't be very exciting. I'd rather give people lots of options if possible. Rejected. Option 2. Have everyone make a native game, and then embed the windows of the micro games into the framing game somehow. For example, on Linux, we could use something like Xembed, I think, for this sort of thing. This approach has a lot of problems. It's complex, it's probably going to be super janky, and also it's platform specific, because we necessarily have to interact with a bunch of platform specific APIs to like put windows into other you got to do a bunch of bullshit. I'd like everyone to be able to play the collection at the end, so I don't want to do this kind of platform specific stuff. Rejected also. Option 3. Have everyone make browser games and embed them into the framing game using iframes. This is like a browser thing where you can put one web page inside of another. This is basically option 2, but instead of targeting some particular operating system, we're targeting the browser. This feels like the best of both worlds. These days, you can use basically whatever tools you like to make a browser game. You can use just plain JavaScript and Canvas or WebGL. You can use C and C++ and Raylib and compile these to WebAssembly. You could use Godot, you could use Rust, you could do custom stuff, right? You could do whatever you want, really. This is the approach we eventually decided on. So to recap, we'll load up the microgames inside of iframes in a web page. We show and hide and swap out the contents of these iframes behind the scenes as the user plays. The microgames will be able to talk to the framing game using some standard browser APIs that we'll document for developers. So for example, when you win or lose a game, you need to tell the framing game, hey, they won, hey, they lost, hey, I'm ready to start now. Things like this, coordination between the games. That's what we'll do. Let's hope it all works out. Spoiler, it kind of worked. Spoilers, it kind of mostly worked. You know that already. I don't want to insult your intelligence. The video was set up in such a way that we already finished, and this is like a flashback section. So like you already know that the thing, and yeah, the jam begins. I announced the event and talked about the technical details a bunch. I set a deadline for about 2 months. This was all very impromptu, so I wanted to let people find time to make something. I was expecting that we'd get maybe 4 or 5 microgame submissions, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe 10, maybe 2 months pass in one blink. Oh hey, I wonder how that game jam is going. We got a lot more submissions than I expected. We ended up with 36. Actually, it's more than 36, we'll talk about that. That's like a whole ass game, or at least a half-ass, I don't know, man. Also, most of the microgames just worked with the framing game right away. I released a test build of the framing game pretty early on during the jam, and I think this helped a lot by allowing people to test things themselves. I only had to fix a couple games, and the fixes were mostly easy and fun. They also let me learn more about stuff I've never really touched, like Godot. I made some music and art for the framing game, and then it was done. Among the submissions, there's a huge variety of styles, genres, and technologies used. The games will have you running a bakery, playing tennis, and delivering pizza. There's a game where you need to debug a bfunge program in a working interpreter. About a third of the submissions were made in Godot, which was the most popular choice. One of those Godot submissions was a joint entry from a bunch of people who were learning Godot together. Each person made a microgame, and then the submission randomly picks one. It's cool. Thank you, ProdZPod, for teaching and putting this together. It's very, very sick. I don't really know what I'm getting at with all of this. People made games in all kinds of different ways, and that's cool. Let's look at them. Montage time. Let's see them. Bring them out, computer. Go. Go. What's the conclusion to all of this? It was cool, I guess. It was cool and really fun, and we should all do this kind of stuff more. Maybe you should do this kind of stuff more. How about that? How about that, computer? There's a whole lot of ways to have fun online. Let's keep logging in and having a good time. Do something similar with people you know, maybe. If you thought this was cool, you can just do this. There's nothing stopping you. It doesn't have to be Wario. Maybe you don't share my particular freakish predilections. But make stuff that's cool and weird with your friends. Or if you don't have people to make stuff with, come find some. We have a merry band of people who like computers a lot, and you're welcome to join us if you like them too. I stream weird programming projects on Twitch every Tuesday and Friday. You can also find us on Discord and IRC. They're linked. It's one Discord channel linked to one IRC channel. We're called the Green Circle. We're next up. They're saying we're next up. It's what they say. They've said that about us at least once. Next up. Don't forget it. Green Circle. Next up. It's next up. Green Circle. Okay, love you, computer. Bye.